Hey there, it's Heather Hakes. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk with you about having a big, hairy, audacious goal. Something that lights you up, that you're so excited about, and that you feel worthy of. But before we get started, if you're new to my content, please visit my website, heatherhakes.com, and take the free life assessment. This is a great tool for you to sit down and do some self-reflection and figure out where you're at in life and ultimately where you want to go. So again, visit my website, heatherhakes.com, and take the free life assessment. All right, let's get to it. A big, hairy, audacious goal, also known as BHAG. What does this mean? We're entering a new year. I love the start of a new year. There's so much fresh energy. The majority of people are excited. They have new goals. Hopefully you have sat down and taken some time to do some self-reflection and come up with your own. And if you haven't, I invite you right here, right now to stop and pause this. Take some time to do some self-reflection, because if you don't know where you are and you don't know what you want, how are you ever going to get there? So again, take time, do some self-reflection, and realize what habits and thoughts and like procrastination and self-doubt and other limiting beliefs do you need to let go of that cannot come with you to this new future, this fresh start, this blank slate. Figure out what those are. Maybe it's impatience, fear, doubt, worry. All those low vibe emotions and thoughts are creating outcomes you don't want. So figure out what it is that you need to let go of. And then on the flip side, this is when the big, hairy, audacious goal comes in. What do you want in life? If you had nothing in your way, which you don't, except your own limiting thoughts and beliefs. If you had nothing in your way, what do you want financially? What do you want in your relationships? What do you want in your career or your business and so much more? What travel do you want? What kind of home do you live in? Get really clear. What do you even want in this lifetime? So sit down and get excited about it. And then let's go all in on this big, hairy, audacious goal. What is one thing you would love to accomplish or have in this next 365 days? What lights you up? What excites you? What would blow your mind if it happened to you? That's what a big, hairy, audacious goal is. And what I want to walk you through is my 4-step to manifest this goal. And manifest simply means to create or to have. So now that you know what this big, hairy, audacious goal is in your health, your finances, relationships, work, whatever it may be, now that you know the what, so my 4-step process to literally manifest anything, it's called the WISE manifesting method. So the W stands for what? But you've already done that work. You've done the legwork to get started. So now that you know what your big, hairy, audacious goal is, the what, the next step is to be intentional with your thoughts and your actions. And this takes practice. That's why I love calling it building your mindset muscle. When you are consistent and repetitive with these new thoughts, these new beliefs, these new habits that are going to move you towards the what, that's the second step. That's what's going to get you to where you want to be ultimately. But you have to be intentional and mindful. And what this means is becoming aware of what's keeping you stuck, becoming aware when self-doubt creeps in or procrastination, or you realize you're numbing out on social media, or you're numbing out eating, or however it is that you're showing up that isn't serving you. So when you become aware of these behaviors and these thoughts and these actions, that's how you become intentional, because you become aware, oh, okay, so when I procrastinate on my goals, I'm holding myself back from ultimately reaching them. And now that you're aware of it, you can catch yourself delaying, and stop that and get yourself back on track to move you in the direction of your goal, taking one step at a time. That's why I love the idea of just being 1% better every single day. Can you imagine if you were just 1% better? You just continually build that mindset muscle because you are consistent and you are persistent. So the I in this wise method to manifesting is being intentional with your thoughts and your habits. This takes some practice, but it is so doable. There's sayings out there that it takes anywhere from 21 to 66 days. But again, those are somebody else's beliefs, how long that it can take, 3 weeks to a couple months to create new habits. And sure, there is some practice in rewiring your neural networks and your belief systems, but it's possible. And all you have to do is agree to show up and be intentional and mindful with what you're doing every day. All right. The third step is about speaking as if. What holds a lot of people back, and perhaps yourself, is when you're living from a state of one day, or I hope, or gosh, that'd be nice if it were me. You're living in a state of lack. You are not connected. You are not in alignment with this big, hairy, audacious goal. So what I want to help you do is this S, to speak as if. It means to live from the end, because if you are speaking as though you are this 6-figure earner, or you're speaking as though you are so in love with your significant other, or you're speaking as if you now live in this dream home or you have all this extra time and financial freedom to travel. When you are speaking that way, that means you are in a high vibe state. You're in a state of gratitude, because when you already have this big, hairy, audacious goal that you want, when you are speaking and feeling like you already have it, you are going to line up with it. And that's how the resources you need will come your way. The inspiration you need will come your way. Whatever it is that you need to get you in alignment, to get you to that end goal, will come when you are thinking, feeling, and speaking as if it's already yours, because you're going to be walking differently. Your energy is going to be differently. You're going to be thinking. I'm telling you, it just feels so good. So when you speak as if you're living from the end of this big, hairy, audacious goal, day in and day out, and that's going to help you with the intentional and mindful, building this mindset muscle. That's going to help you ultimately reach that end goal. The fourth and final step, which I love, is the excited anticipation of how it's going to show up. So let's say an easy one to talk about here is a relationship. When you are in excited anticipation of how and when you're going to meet them, the how is never your job. I want you to know that. The how is not your job. Unless, of course, let's say you're training for a marathon. The how is you're going to need to register for the race, put on the shoes, do the training, hit the pavement. That is one specific case in which you know the how. You have to do the work. But when it comes to resources in meeting someone, or financial, or how you're going to find that dream home, or you really want to go on this trip, but how it's going to happen, those hows are not your job. So when you live in this excited anticipation, that's why, when it comes to dating a relationship, when you're excited about, how am I going to meet them? But not only excited anticipation of the how, you also need to live in the gratitude of already having it. So all of these steps go together. They're one big piece of the puzzle. But when you live in the state of excited anticipation, that's creating faith. You have now built your faith muscle over fear. So when doubt creeps in, or indecision towards something, you've already built this faith muscle that it's yours. That big, hairy, audacious goal is already in the bag. So your job is to have the excited anticipation, to have the gratitude, to create this feeling of wholeness, joy, freedom, whatever end emotion you would have by already having this big, hairy, audacious goal. When you embody that, that's how you become this magnetic being to literally attract it to you. And that's why I love the saying, let the universe show you the way. Ask for guidance. Ask for the next step. The universe is a friendly place, but it can't step in and ask because you have free will to live your life however you wish. But when you ask for help, then it gives it permission to step in and show you the way, or to give you those intuitive nudges, or whatever it is you need to get you closer to that big, hairy, audacious goal. So I want to wrap this up. Again, this 4-step process to manifest your big, hairy, audacious goal is: know what it is that you want. Be intentional and mindful how you're showing up every single day. Speak as if and live from the end. And most importantly, be in that excited anticipation and have gratitude that it's already yours. And I want to know what comes your way. What is your big, hairy, audacious goal? How are you showing up every day? And what I really want to know is, how did it come your way? How did the universe have your back and lead you on a path, the easiest, simplest way for you to obtain this? Thanks for tuning in to today's video. I'll catch you on the next one.